Many of us are familiar with the movie Inception, the dream in a dream in a dream, or sometimes we can say the dimension in a dimension in a dimension, being the multi-dimensional beings that we are, which some people cannot wrap their head around. But it's not so far-fetched, because all we need to ask ourselves is, when we question that follows up to that is, and it can only be transferred, that would imply that we will never really die. And our energy will have to continue to transform and transfer and transcend and move on. But the thing is this, let's say for example, if somebody was to close their eyes and we look at their body and their human body is not moving, but they are visualizing themselves on a beach or visualizing themselves traveling. The question is, are they traveling? And that is hard to answer, because you can say the physical body is not traveling, but you cannot deny their mind, which is also their energy, which is also their visual, is traveling. So they are getting the full experience of that. And in the same sense, whenever we at night suddenly switch off and knock out, we arrive somewhere else. For that time we arrive somewhere else, the interesting thing is, we can have the most craziest experience, like that memorable thing. Like, it was amazing, we enjoyed it, or that horrific thing, and it was so fearful. And we can wake up in that morning, turn to our partner, about to speak what happened, and 3, 2, 1, gone. Zap. That dream just disappeared and you cannot even think what happened. Now you'll be just like accepting that that's how dreams work, you know? That's what happens. You forget in the morning. Yeah, I relate to that. But why? If everything is done perfectly, divine creation is perfect to the time that the sun rises and the moon shifts and orbits, and everything is divinely calculated. Why is it that 3, 2, 1, gone? Because actually it's not humanly possible. If you know how the mind works, with the amygdala that captures the emotion and locks it in the hippocampus, the stem of our brain, which is in charge of the short and long-term memory, we will realize that memory is formed when we have emotional triggers, when things are pleasurable or things are fearful and create pain. So why is it that somebody can tell you a story? In this moment I can tell you a story and say that, hey, imagine this purple elephant flying across the sky, then slapping you across the face, and it's impactful and it's hilarious and crazy at the same time, and I say 3, 2, 1, can you forget it? And the answer will be no. You can't forget it. It's not humanly possible. So what determines that external existence, that determines that dreams should finish and things should be erased when we enter back into this physical dimension? And I'm going to leave on that note, because this is like a never-ending rabbit hole. But it'd be nice to see and hear all of your comments and all of your thoughts on this topic in the comments below.